Well, hi there. I hope you'll join me on a reloading adventure today. We are shooting the 55 grain full metal jacket boat tail from 223bulkbullets.com, also known as Bob's Bullets. These have been excellent performers for us so far, but we're still looking for that perfect powder that's going to give us that consistent performance of under 1 inch groups at 100 yards. The powders for today's video program are on the faster end of the burn rate chart. The first is Hodgdon H322. This is the Hodgdon Extreme powder, which means it is extremely expensive, and they tell you that it is stable at different temperatures. So we're hoping for some excellent accuracy. You know, I could not believe it. I've shot H335, I've shot H380, and those are ball powders. But when you open this up, this is an extruded powder. I could not believe it. Could not believe it. But that's good. I like extruded powders. I'm a big fan. Now and I've never shot this powder before. Never have shot it. So this will be a first. New experience, you know. The other powders, the IMR 3031. And would you look at that color? I don't know what to call it. It's not red. It's not pink. It's not peach. It's like the best of all three of those, and you just combine it into one, and it makes for an attractive package. Very nice work, IMR. Now this powder I've shot before, but it's been a long time, so it might as well be a new one. I think the last couple videos we shot the Federal AR match primer. Today I wanted to switch it over and shoot the Winchesters. We did a primer test. They performed pretty darn good. So that's what we're going to go with today. Plus we're running out of the Federals. So we got some of these on the shelf. We better use them up. Now the brass, Lake City. The Lake City we've been shooting. Same old stuff. It's been fully prepped and it's ready for primer, and then we can put powder and bullets in them. So I mean, really, that's it right there. Oh, well, shoot, I didn't talk about the charges. As luck would have it, right here on the bottle of H322, they've got 223 Remington with a 55 grain spear. I believe that's a soft point or spire point. I'm not sure, SP. And they show maximum charge 23.0. The other thing I did was look in the Hornady manual, which is a good manual. And they actually show, with their 55 grain bullet, they show max charge of 23.1 grains. So this is one of those rare cases where Hornady has got a higher charge weight than Hodgdon. So we're going to just go with Hornady. We normally make fun of them because their data is a little bit conservative, you know. The lawyers wrote the manual and all that, you know. But for this one, we're going to go with them. And let's shoot 0.4 of a grain increments between our different groups. So that'll put us starting at 21.5 and going on up to 23.1. Now I'm going to tell you, IMR 3031 was a little bit more of a challenge because the Hodgdon website, hold on one sec, let me look it up real quick. It was crazy. Yep. That Hodgdon website says 24.6 grains powder is maximum. But if you look in that Hornady manual I just had open, they show 22.8 grains. That's almost 2 full grains lower, which made me a little bit nervous at first because, like I said, I haven't shot this in a while. So this is one of the rare instances where I pulled out the Lyman Reloading Handbook. This is the 49th edition. They've got a 50th out now, but it's fine. It's fine. Now they show 24.5 grains with a 55 grain jacketed bullet. So I just decided to go with Hodgdon. We're just going to ignore Hornady on the 3031. So that max charge is going to be 24.6 grains. And we're going to, same as H322, we're going to shoot them 4/10 of grain increments, which will take us down to about, 23.0. So that's pretty much our plan for today. So I need to get situated first is what I need to do. And then I need to get to priming. I've had a couple loose primer pockets. This batch of brass has been around for a while. Yeah, that one was kind of loose as well. Might be about time to retire it and just start over with a new big batch of Lake City or something. But you know what? On the other hand, it just kind of dawned on me. We've switched primers. These are the Winchesters. So I don't know, are they known for being smaller or fitting a little looser? That possibly could be what's going on here. Because most of them aren't bad. They're just a little bit, just a little bit looser than what I'm used to with primarily using the CCIs. So I was too busy goofing off in the opening to mention overall length. We're going to stick with 2.260. Tell you what, at least one of these was so loose. I'm wondering if I can just push this thing out with my hands. Now that's what you call loose. I don't think these other two were quite that loose. Nope. Oop, nope, nothing there either. So these two didn't budge at all. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I might use those. But this one, yeah, that one goes in the trash. So that's enough primer excitement here. Nothing we haven't seen a million times. All right, everything's going quite smoothly. Our die was set from the last video still. I am using the Lee Factory crimp die, just for no good reason I can come up with right now. It's on the, if you watch the crimp video, it's on the lightest setting that actually did anything. So a very light crimp. Why not? It didn't seem to make a whole lot of difference in our crimp test video, so whatever. Yeah, this H322 powder has been pretty good. Like, I've been using my Lyman Gen 6 powder dispenser, and it's been very accurate. I've been using the new scale, testing it out, and it's been a real nice combo so far. Straight off the Gen 6, trickle a couple kernels, dump the powder, and move on to the next one. You know what? It saved my butt the other day in a 300 blackout video, so I guess I could show you guys this thing, my Lyman ammo checker. Yeah, when Lyman sent along the Gen 6, they threw this in as well. It's a big old block of aluminum that has 6 SAMI minimum chambers basically cut into it. So this is the small rifle version, so it covers 223, 22 Hornet, 204 Ruger, 7.62 by 39, 300 blackout, and 22 250. All in one block. That's not bad, because if you've ever priced case gauges, they are expensive. So this costs about the same as one case gauge, but you get the ability to do 6. And it's just, it lets you easily drop it in there, make sure that it goes all the way down in, make sure that it falls in and out nice and easy. And these all look to be doing it. There we go. I guess I could straighten out the focus first, couldn't I? Just drops right in, drops right out, and that's what you want. It goes pretty quick. A lot of people swear by these. I don't use them enough. I should integrate stuff like this into my process more often. But sometimes it's easy to get overconfident, you know, when your process has been working for you for a while. It's nice to pull it out and test it before you get to the range. So that pretty much, that covers it. We've killed enough time before going to the range, right? Okay, good. Let's go to the range. Okay, folks, it's time to rock and roll. Our target is 100 yards in that general direction. My gun has an 18-inch white oak armament barrel. Full details about the gun will be in the description, along with a bunch of other cool stuff, man. You should always check out the description. So we've been shooting 1-inch birchwood Casey target dots on this channel from the beginning, but I want to try out some smaller ones. You can see these green dots that we're shooting at today. These are 3/4 of an inch. Hoping maybe that'll tighten up my hold a little bit. And yeah, just help me shoot some better groups possibly. So first up is 21.5 grains of H322. Okay, that's a pretty rough start. Let's move on. 21.9 grains. You know, I really thought these light charges of these fast powders might show some accuracy, but it is struggling so far. So let's keep going. 22.3 grains. All right, so that group tightened up a bit. Not so bad. So 22.7 is next. All right, last up is 23.1. We haven't seen any pressure signs or anything like that. Velocity's nice and low. I don't usually comment on this because it's hard to tell, but I can tell you with this one, this is a very clean powder. Like shooting suppressed, my brass gets absolutely covered in soot. I think this is the cleanest I've ever seen them. So yeah, if I had one first impression of H322, it would be that it seems to shoot clean. All right, 23.1. Oh, I just missed that bug. Yeah, pretty crappy group to finish off there. All right, I'm gonna give the gun a little bit of time to cool down, and then we'll switch over to IMR 3031. All right, so I took a nice break, let the barrel cool down, and we are ready to move on to IMR 3031. Our first load is 23.0 grains. All right, so the velocity was a little bit all over the place there. That standard deviation number of 50.3 is pretty gnarly. Let's hope that tightens up. 23.4 is next. Ah, last shot screwed it up. We almost had a good one there. 23.8. 24.2. There we go. So our standard deviation tightened up a bunch. That's good. We're getting right near a full case. We didn't quite get to a compressed charge with 3031. So I think we're still going to have some room. You know, we're only up to 28,000. We're only up to 2,811 feet per second. So if this next charge of 24.6 grains is promising, we've definitely got room to play around. Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I cannot believe, look how tight these standard deviations are getting so quick. We're only at 2873. Man, yeah, we need to explore this whole range right here a little bit more, I think. Well, I'll tell you what, let's get back to the bench and analyze things. So I was looking back through all of the old targets, and our group today, this 564 group, is our best so far with the Bob's Bullet. We've had two others at 0.58, but this is our best guy so far. So H322 was just all around disappointing. Its best group was a 1.06, but just in general, it wasn't even really trying to group. Even the good groups don't look all that great, but yeah. No pressures. You know, normally I show the brass here at the beginning, but there is absolutely nothing to see. These were very weak loads, no pressure problems to speak of, everything was fine. So I think you could comfortably go higher with both of them probably. And I definitely want to check out IMR 3031 up here. I want to add it, I don't know, maybe the next video. Just add 3031 to the next video and start here and do the same thing over. See just how much powder we can fit in the freaking case. So between this 24.6 and whatever point we run out of case capacity, I'll have to see what that range was. Maybe we can explore that range and see if this improving standard deviation numbers, because they were awful, super bad down here, and then all of a sudden started tightening up, and we ended up with an 8.5. So yeah, looking good. Definitely want to explore more with IMR 3031. And 322 just wasn't the right combo for my barrel. On the subject of the green dots, now that I've got things way too bright and it's going to blind you, I don't know, man. I need a black dot in the middle. Like, you know, just a Sharpie mark in the dead center would help. Because, yeah, I needed something a little bit more. Like maybe a dot with a Sharpie in the middle and then a black ring all the way around to get some good definition. But the green itself as a color was fine for aiming at. I'm not sure where we go yet with Bob's next. You know what? That's what I should do. So we know IMR 3031 looked great with the Bobs. I picked up 100 of the Hornady Full Metal Jacket boat tails with Candelure. And I also picked up some of these Lapuas. Now, these are super crazy expensive. These were bought just for the laughs, really. I mean, you know, this is not a competitor to the Bobs. I expect these to shoot outstanding. But it'll definitely be interesting if they don't for some reason. The Hornadies, I've shot before. You know, we've shot some of the Hornadies, I think, on the channel way back when. I have never, ever found anything that grouped halfway decent. But at the time, I didn't have this nice white oak armament barrel that's shooting so well. So maybe that's what we'll do next video, is we'll take IMR 3031 and test this high end. And we'll do like 25 shots with the Bob's bullets and 25 shots with the Hornady. And just see how they compare. Now that won't be the end of it. Like I said, I picked up 100 and I can get more. That might be what we do, is we switch over from just Bob's bullets. We do a Bob's versus Hornady series for like, well, 25 shots per video. So we do like 4 videos where we put Bob's directly against Hornady with some different powders and see what happens. That's a possibility. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Because here's the thing, the pressure's off, brother. Today is August 31st, so this is the last of our video every day in August challenge videos. I can't believe we've made it. I may actually have a video tomorrow just to talk about some crap, not some reloading, just some just a channel update sort of video. Pat myself on the back for completing this August thing. But beyond that, I'll probably take a day or two off. I need to clean my house. It looks like a crack den in here, kinda, a little bit. It looks like, well, no, like a crack addict and a hoarder got married. So if you imagine their house, that's kind of what mine looks like right now. I need to do some cleaning, do a little bit of yard work, catch up on some things that have slipped over the month. But we're going to keep them rolling, brother. There won't be much delay before we're right back at it, shooting the Bob's bullets and shooting the 77 grainers and, doing all the stuff that we've been doing. So I just checked Patreon. It is 10 p.m. on August 30th. We've made it to 97 patrons, which is insane, which is crazy. But way back at the beginning of the month, I set a goal of 100 patrons by the end of the month. It was a ridiculous goal at the time, but we're almost there. So 3 of you guys who have been on the fence, like, I'll get around to it at some point. I know it's a pain in the butt. You got to get on a website and sign up and credit card info, and it's a pain in the butt. But I'm going to need you to go ahead and do that today, because we need to hit this 100 mark. Why do we need to hit 100? You're not supposed to ask that. And I guess that's another good reason to why you should just go ahead. Because, I've mentioned before that I fixed radios in the Marines, but what if I didn't? What if I was actually a psychological warfare expert? And I've got a whole library of psychological tricks to get you to eventually sign up. Right? Like creating false goals that mean nothing and then pushing it like it means something. This is basic stuff. You wait until I really turn up the heat. So to be honest, you might as well just give up, sign up now, patreon.com/reloading. I will see you guys tomorrow, most likely, but no promises because it's no longer August.